our Voyagers, and we do not back down from a challenge. We're trying to go out tonight. And this dog.
I love them. I love the puppies.
We love a dog. All right, we're gonna go to the Tipsy Alchemist.
Why is it a video?
It's kind of blurry. Sorry, guys. It's fine. Alrighty, here we go. You have to cross with purpose. I think we have to go in over here. I'm sad about Dolly Parton. I didn't think it was gonna bother me this much. I hope the cicadas aren't too bad, because they're definitely here. Okay, the cicadas are present. So, but I didn't think it was gonna bother me so much. I know she's probably missing Carl, and so that's probably why, or it contributes to it. But I just feel like she was just recently on Khloe Kardashian's podcast of Khloe in Wonderland, and now she's gone. And I looked at the date, and that was that was like just a year ago in July. I'm so sad. I'll see how long I can do without sunglasses, because the trees, the sun's gonna go around the tree in a second, and it's gonna be right in my eyes probably. So I don't know, guys. I didn't know that was gonna come. And then Hayden Panettiere. Goodness gracious. You know what I just don't understand? And no, I'm glad he is too, but how is Tommy Lee still alive? Okay, these huge rock and roll artists, how are they still here? And Hayden Panettiere died at 36. She's in the 36 club. You guys know how there's a 27 club? There's also a 36 club. So 36 is Princess Diana, Marilyn Monroe, one of my all-time favorites. And now Hayden Panettiere is also in the 36 club. So sad. Because you just think once they get out of their 20s, they're going to make it. Everything's going to be fine. And it's just not that way. You just never know. It's crazy. And Ozzy Osbourne lived to what, 80 something? Not that I'm saying he shouldn't have been alive, but 76. He lived to 76 years old. It's just crazy to me. I'm like, how is that possible? I don't know. It really bothered me today, guys. I did not expect that at all. And then it's also just sad for how young Hayden was. And then her life alone. I listened to her on the Jay Shetty podcast, and it talks about how she was her mom just wanted her to be a show kid so bad, and really didn't care about what she wanted, or if she wanted to do acting or anything like that. I'm just leaning up against my cup, and I just think it's so sad. You should definitely take into account, first of all, I would not want my kid to be in the industry, and then second of all, if they really wanted to, I guess I would, but I'd proceed with caution. I would not, send them off or want them to have to be around a bunch of adults unsupervised. I think that's what happened to Britney a lot too. I feel like she would go on these world tours, and they, needed to stay home with Jamie Lynn and get her to school and everything, and so she'd go off with her, I think it was her aunt or something like that, and she seemed like she did her best, but she just had a lot of yes men around her, and then nobody was really there to protect her. So if I'm kind of like looking everywhere, it's because I am at a park. And I just want to make sure that I'm being vigilant. Also, there's a kids' playground close by to me. So if a kid comes over and plays, I want to make sure I'm not filming. I always want to be mindful of that because people are freaking weirdos and want to film around kids, and I just think that's so strange. If it's your kid, whatever, but like I would not film around somebody else's child unless they like didn't care. Like Lindsay's, her and her husband don't care. Okay, anyways, back to it. But yeah, I just I can't believe it. I'm stunned, and I'm really, really sad. Like, it bothered me way more than I thought it was going to. My sister sent me the video that's online from her, is it her nephew maybe? I think it was her nephew. And it's just so sad. So, you know, but it just shows that like life can just change so quickly. It's wild. Do you guys feel like you knew where you'd be 5 years ago? Did you think you'd be where you are now? I think I thought I would be here career-wise. I did not think I'd be in Wichita, but I am actually grateful for that with my parents. Like, I'm glad I'm around my parents and then I get to see them and spend time with them while they still have their health and energy and things like that. So that is one thing I'm really grateful for. And then also, I definitely thought, my personal life would be different. So some yes and some no. Some things have changed a lot, and some things I'm like, oh my gosh, it's almost like they haven't changed. So it's just wild how things go. Oh, there's a lot of bicyclists out here. Running. Have you guys, you know what I feel like is really, really trending right now is golf and running. I feel like everybody's getting into running, everybody's getting into golf. I really have no desire to get into golf. It's always a good business move, as in a bunch of people do business on the golf course, but I just feel like I'd be embarrassed because I don't think I'd be good. And I don't really think I know anybody who's like, I'm tremendous at golf. Like, it sounds like a very difficult sport, and so I feel like you really have to love it to want to do it. And then running, I did run for quite a while, especially when I lived in Alaska. I was running all the time. I was running all the time, and I was running up to 3 miles per day, so it just depended. I'm gonna move you guys because there are some kids going to the park right here. I'm just gonna move you guys over and down so I'm further away, so that way I don't have to worry about getting them in this screen or anything. So, but yeah, that's just like the craziest thing. Also loving Ariana Grande's new album. I know she is a hot topic right now, and I can't imagine being in the spotlight like that. I do have a lot of empathy for her because I just can't imagine being under the pressure of everything. And then also, you know, we don't know what's going on, but I do feel like she should be on her own for a while. I feel like she really struggles with being on her own. She always has to be in the next relationship, it seems like, or jumping in the next person. And I've never seen anybody that really works out for her. Even if people get married, I've seen people who, you know, really wanted a relationship and just like put so much pressure on it and made it happen and got married. And I'm not kidding you, even if it doesn't fail right away, I feel like 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work out. Putting pressure on a relationship to succeed when it's not flowing or when it's not organic, in my personal opinion, I just haven't seen it work out for the better. It just hasn't. And I feel like Ariana Grande has done that. I mean, she got married, then she started dating the voice of SpongeBob. I can't remember his name, sorry. And then that broke apart his own family, and it's just like, and also too sometimes because I feel like she is a big believer in karma and stuff like that. I believe in karma, but I definitely believe like that God will right the wrongs in a lot of ways, sometimes not even here on earth. But I just feel like I just feel like that for her believing in that stuff so much, it's like, don't you think that's gonna go around and come back around to you? Don't you think that, and really it's just consequences of the actions, right? Like, don't you worry that that's gonna happen to you? But I don't know, you know, you don't know what she's going through, and who am I to judge? She's made some really smart business moves, and I loved her in Wicked so much. And I also loved, why can't I think of the other actress's name? Irvio. I loved Cynthia too. Cynthia Irvio. She was tremendous. Oh my gosh. Just, I didn't really think I loved a musical until my sister put it out, and my friend told me to watch Mamma Mia, and then Wicked was coming out, and my sister's like, you love a musical. And I'm like, no, I don't. And she's like, yeah, you do. She's like, we went and saw Pretty Woman on traveling Broadway. It came here to Wichita, so we went to that. That was my parents' Christmas gift to me one year, because Pretty Woman's my favorite movie of all time, ever. And then so we went to that. I love Mamma Mia. I loved Wicked. I love, what other musicals do I like? Oh, Hairspray. Yeah, I do love a musical. I didn't think I like a musical, but I really do. They're just so uplifting and nice, and that's like my dream, to break out in choreographed song and dance. It's so funny because I don't sing or anything like that, but it's just it's a thing. I love it. So, oh my gosh, and you guys, you want to talk about a throwback? I started watching The Nanny. It's on Disney Plus, and when I tell you, her fashion, her outfits are on point. I usually don't love to have that much color in a wardrobe, but I'm telling you, she keeps popping up on my Pinterest too. Like, you know how your phone can hear you and it knows what you're in and watching? I'm like obsessed with this show, and it's a cute little, is it a sitcom? I consider it like a sitcom, and it's just perfect. It's like a light watch, like 25, 30 minutes. I don't know what it is, something like that. And I've gone through all Friends. I know what you guys are going to say. Like, have you watched Friends? You would love Friends. I love Friends. I watched Friends all the time in Texas. When I lived with Rosie, she would leave it on for the dogs when we left, for like background noise. So, oh, and speaking of Texas, it went great. We went to a Rangers game, and Monica and I drove down. I took my mom's car because it gets way better. Ooh, there's an animal. It gets way better gas mileage than, there's a bee on my cup. Way better mileage than my Tahoe does, of course. So took that. See, there's the bee. And so that was fun to zip around in. It does make me want a smaller vehicle. I don't want a car, but I think it'd be nice to have like a mid-size SUV instead of such a full-size SUV. But I feel really safe in mine, so that's down the road. In fact, she's almost paid off, and I was like almost embarrassed of that at first, right? Like, I was like, this is not a new vehicle at all. But I've only had it 3 years, and I've got it paid off. So, or one more payment will be done. And you know what? I'm gonna celebrate the little things. So what? Most people are still paying on their cars, and I'm gonna put at least another 60, 70,000 on it, and then I'm gonna decide what's next. So, but I'm gonna appreciate it while I have it, and I'm just so grateful. And also in the winter time, it's just priceless to have 4-wheel drive like that. Something heavy with 4-wheel drive. So anyways, Rangers game went great, and then we got an Airbnb, and we were gonna swim there. Like, there was a beautiful pool there, and we did not even have time to do that. By the time we got like checked in and everything, then we went to Mexican Sugar for dinner in Dallas, which is divine. I love their tacos. I don't even get anything else from there when I've gone, because I'm just a taco lover. If any place has a taco, that's what I'm gonna get. I'm about it. So we did that, and then we went out actually